In August 1990, I did the Coast to Coast walk, finishing 1 week before I got married. 30 years on, my wife Judith and I decided we'd do it as a 30th anniversary celebration. This video highlights some of our experiences on the way, from sun-kissed vistas to driving rain, over mountains and moorland and through valleys and by rivers, from coast to coast. It tells our story and our journey. Well, I guess that's an honest appraisal of where we are. 82 gone, 108 to go. This is the start of day 6. We're just leaving Kirby Stephen. We had a really nice stay at the Pennine View campsite. It's good to get a shower. We've also stocked up on some provisions for the next couple of days. Weather forecast not great for the next 2 days either. It's very changeable. We've got a feeler this morning because we think there's some rain coming later on. So I think our plan is to have 2 kind of shorter days really. We're going to stop at Keld and at Reef. So not long days, but really that's because of the weather. And after that we've got what looks like a stretch of dry weather up to the finish. So today up over 9 standards. Fingers crossed it's going to be clear. It's clear at the moment. And then we're going to stop overnight at Keld and hopefully avoid most of the rain. We're on the last little bit of the ascent to the top of 9 standards. It's really nice weather. It's breezy, but sort of sunshine showers, a bit blustery. But it means the light's great and it's really nice walking. So yeah, steady climb, but it should be there pretty soon. So we're at the 9 standards, pretty impressive structures. And I don't think really anybody knows why they're here. There is a myth, I think, that they were put up here so that the invading Scottish armies from the north would think there's an army camped up here. But I know a lot of Scots and they're quite intelligent people. I can't even think that they will get fooled by a load of rocks on top of a hill thinking they were an army. But whatever they are, really impressive structures, and one of them is doing us great now, keeping us out of the wind and this rain shower that's about to come over. So we've just left the top of 9 standards and the weather's turned pretty wild again. Really windy, blustery. Had to get a bearing carefully off the top to make sure we went in the right direction because the mist was down. But anyway, we're doing fine, we're on track. Yeah, a bit windy. So we've reached the kind of footpath erosion control marker. So it looks like we're on red. Although blue looks more appealing because it's going down the valley away from the wind, but hey, we're hardy folk. So we've just come down off Red Route, just come straight off the hill just above, and now it meets up with the sort of, well, I think it's the Green Route track, so this should take us over into Whitsunndale, and hopefully wind behind us. We'll get us there pretty quick. So today's lunch spot is at this little hut that we found en route, which was open. So we're out of the pretty heavy showers that are streaming through at the moment. We just had our nice brew and sandwich, and so I think we're just gonna chill for half an hour. We know the weather's going to improve hopefully this afternoon, so we'll just sit and wait it out for a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to mention how long we stayed in that hut, but it was a while. It was a long lunch, but it kept us off some pretty hefty showers that passed, so yeah, we're happy. And we're going to head now down into the valley. It looks like it has cleared up slightly. The cloud base has risen and there are some little patches of blue, so yeah, at least we're hoping that it's going to be a nicer walk down into the valley, into Whitsunndale. Well, the sun has just briefly come out, so taking this opportunity to have a quick look around in the sunshine. Probably about, I don't know, a mile and a half outside Keld now, I would think. We are at East Gill Force, just sat on the bank. I've got the tent up here, which is, well, now pretty much dry, got it dried out. We've had a nice hour just sort of chilling out. I've liked a little bit more sunshine, just a little bit, but you know, it's been very pleasant. And we've got tea on. We're going to have tea here, and then we're going to move on another couple of miles maybe before we camp for the night, but we're having tea here first. So on leaving Keld, there was a short section where we walked on the Pennine Way and the Coast to Coast, where they meet. Pennine Way going north south, Coast to Coast going east to west. And it's interesting what Wainwright says about both those two walks. He's a big fan of the Coast to Coast, and let's just say he wasn't very complimentary about the Pennine Way. I'm not sure he's got that right. I think they've both got their, you know, positive aspects to them. But suffice to say, I think we're glad we're still sticking to the east-west. West-east. So we've pitched up high above the Swale. Got a little bit of sunshine this evening, but a nice view down to the valley below. Got a decent pitch, quite a flat spot. It's right next to Crackpot Hall, which is a ruined farmhouse. And it gives us the advantage in the morning that gives us a couple of options. If the weather is good, it means that we can go over the high route to Reef. Or if the weather's bad, we can follow the valley down here and go down to Reef that way. Unfortunately, the weather forecast for tomorrow, the last one that we saw, was absolutely dreadful, so I think it's likely we'll be heading down into the valley tomorrow. This is the start of day 7. Tent time. It's absolutely chucking it down outside, properly chucking it down. So we're going to have breakfast here. We'll probably have lunch here. Yeah, and then I think we think it's in all day, so we'll probably just at some point after have an early lunch and then just pile down to Reef as quickly as possible. I think that's the plan. It's mid-morning, so more tent time and another brew. It's still chucking it down.
No, I'm not. I'm not being filmed using my finger to put this on a wrap.
Hey, is that what you're going to do? That's disgraceful. Can't believe you'd do that.
I haven't got anything else to use, have we?
So it's now lunchtime, and we're about to have our lunch. Meat paste sandwiches. We know how to treat ourselves. It's still raining, although ooh, there might be a pause. There is a pause in the rain. Then we get packed up down to Reef. Packing up the tent in a rainstorm. What could be better? But we're gonna have to get going. Reef is calling. But yeah, bit of a greyer picture today. It has to be done. Let's go. So we've taken the lower route. First hour was, well, hour and a bit was pretty heavy rain, but now it just seems to have just let off a little bit. So kind of hoping that it might just carry on like this for the rest of the afternoon. It's a nice walk, this, just by the swale, and of course the swale's a bit lively after all the rain. So it's a really pleasant walk at the moment. Well, at last the rain has ceased, the rain stopped. It's been a pretty wet day, but we're not far from Reef now. We've probably got about another 15 minutes to go. In a way, I'm a bit disappointed today that we didn't get to go over the top when I last did the coast to coast walk. We took Wainwright's original route, which is nice because there's lots of different sort of mine work, so it's quite interesting. But today it would have just been a nightmare. Been completely wet, miserable, horrible. At least the route we've taken, we've had the swale to walk next, which has been quite nice. So yeah, just a case now of, I think, enjoying this last bit of dry weather as we go into Reef. Day 8. What a difference a day makes. So after the gloom and rain of yesterday, we've got glorious sunshine this morning. So we've just left Reef and we're heading today past Richmond, hopefully towards Catterick Bridge. And the weather, yeah, is lovely. It's just lovely to have the sun on you. Waterproofs are firmly in the bag today. They're not coming out. So we're going to enjoy it. We did a bit of a route march yesterday from Kelt to Reef, just because of the weather, because it was horrible. So today we've decided we're just going to take our time a little bit and really try and enjoy the surroundings as we head towards Richmond. So lunch stop, or I should probably say brew stop. We're gonna have a late lunch, I think, in Richmond. We're just underneath here, Willins's Leap, which apparently is where some chap ages ago rode his horse, fell off the edge. The horse died and he didn't, so he gave Richmond a silver cup. There you go, work that one out. What on earth was going on there? But anyway, he gets a memorial named after him, which isn't too bad, I suppose. So this morning's walking it's been really pleasant. It's funny because obviously from the first time I did it, I don't really remember a lot about this section at all, but the walk over the top was really nice. Some lovely expansive views. And the same here. In fact, Wainwright in his book says this is a nice section. It is, it's a really lovely section. It contrasts completely with the earlier days. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it so far. And I've got a short walk now to Richmond for tea and cake. Definitely having tea and cake. We are walking through Wycliffe Wood on this nice track that we've got. There's a lovely kind of freshness to the air in here. Maybe it's after all that rain yesterday. There's a coolness and freshness that's really nice. Something that was nice as well about walking through native woodland. So we're entering Richmond. I suppose the slightly concerning thing is that we can see the North Yorkshire moors right on the horizon and they look a long way away. But it's amazing how quickly distances can go with the miles even when you're walking. So in a day's time, that's where we'll be, on the North Yorkshire moors right on the horizon. We are probably about 4 miles now from Richmond. What can I say about the walking? It's fairly flat. It's pleasant. You know, it's pleasant walking. Started off by the river, and now, as you can see, we've got into arable land country. But it's perfectly pleasant. Just ticking the miles off. On our way to Catterick Bridge, where we're going to stop tonight. So summing up today, I would say the section from Reef to Richmond is really nice. That's fabulous, get some great views. Richmond is if you haven't visited, is a great town. Lots of things to investigate there and to explore. And tea and cake is just essential. You can't avoid tea and cake at Richmond. And then this section afterwards so far, pretty much as Wainwright described, flat, arable. All you can say really. But you've got North Yorkshire moors in front of us, so they're kind of beckoning us on. So yep, keep plodding on.